Great. So now we are listing the workshop, which is, going to be really fun compared to the past. I mean, the yesterday. So the first one is the I couldn't remember what. Yeah. So first of all, there's one link for the data structure. So it drives you to the core app environment. So I'm gonna click this one, so you can see it. Hello. Hello. Yeah. So could you please mute your mic? Yeah, because we get some feedback from, I don't know, one of you guys. So if you want to say something to publicly, then yeah, then you guys can say. Otherwise, please mute your mic, please. Okay. So before we talk about the data structure, I just wanted to quickly, revisit what we learned yesterday. So as I said, this is the A, B, C, D, E, F. That one is actually one string because it has a single quotation, right? So if you import a CSV file or maybe plain JSON file, you need to rebuild the JSON anyhow. So this is the, let's say, the data. I'm actually trying to mimic the possible data that you import. And then we have a special function called split, which belongs to string. Then the input value is a sort of character. So on the basis of this character, we're gonna split the data. So this is, I can print this. Yeah, what I expect is this is correct. This is just one single string. Yeah, this is one single string. And then using the split inbuilt function, I want to split the text by comma because we're gonna deal with comma separate value. Then it return an array of the data. Yeah. So now this is the array. So we can make some loop, or we can index the data by doing this, like indexing. Let's say maybe 2. Yeah. And then we're gonna print the C, right? Because this is the zero base, 0, 1, 2, right? As I said, the zero base indexing system. So, and then the other, this is the just array. We directly create the array, right? The one-dimensional array in this case. The same as before, it's nothing special, but it's getting confused, right? This is the two-dimensional array. Yeah, actually, in order to delimit the data, sometimes you guys face like more than 10 dimension or 100 dimension of the data. So I think the getting familiar with the dimension, creating dimension or decompose the dimension is a really important skill in terms of the dealing with the data, particularly for visualization or the filter out the data and things like that. So it's nothing special. You need one more scale bracket, right? Actually, I can make the 3-dimension like this. I can make a 4-dimension like this. Yeah, just simply add one more the scale bracket. But keep in mind, this is the you need to create your own sort of rule. It's the dimension. I mean, the less dimension is always better. Yeah. So anyhow, so this is a 2-dimension. Yeah. So that I'm able to make a double for loop to visit individual the elements inside the array or array, right? So here, what I expect is, if I print, what I expect is this is the first, let's say, item which is array, and then this is the second item which is also array inside of this array, right? So basically, what it does is it gives us the other dimensions, which is either item or the list. But we know this is the list because it's a 2-dimensional array, right? So that I create the other loop, right? So the first loop, you're gonna return this one. This value goes to I, right? And then the I itself is this array. So we're gonna loop like a 1, 2, 3 times. And then if the loop is done, and then we go back to this array again, and then this data give us the other the data in that array. And then 4, 5, 6 is goes to I as a second round in the loop. And then the I has a 4, 5, 6, and then they give us the 4, 5, 6 in order. So if I do this, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So this is the sort of how we, loop through double, like a 2-dimensional array using the double for loop. Yeah. This is the dictionary, right? That we learned yesterday, right? It's nothing special. It has a curly brace, right? So I have a curly brace here and the other curly brace here, because whenever you open the curly brace or square bracket or a parenthesis, we must close. Otherwise the code is gonna be break, okay? So we know how we construct a dictionary, right? Key value, right? So if I press Shift Enter, and then it gives us this kind of a dictionary, let's say, yeah? So in the Python, the dictionary is, as I said, we can convert dictionary as a JSON file, okay? For example, so there's some additional link, JSON link. If you click it, this is a sort of the useful tool to validate, is it validate JSON or not, okay? So I'm going to copy this file and then paste the JSON, the link, and then click the validate JSON stuff. Oh, they claim this is not a validate JSON file because I think I need to delete this one. Let me try again. Okay, this is validate JSON. This is just for checking purpose. And also, let me do something a little bit differently. I'm gonna remove this double quotation, and then I'm gonna give it, basically replace double quotation with the single quotation here. Yeah, I mean, in the Python, there's no error. It's meaning that this is the validate syntax, yeah, in the Python environment. I'm gonna copy this the strings and paste it, and then try to validate. No, they couldn't understand because we need to, they always expect like a double quotation for the JSON file. I mean, just for you guys' information, there's a lot of things happening like this. So I couldn't count. Even for me as a real world, whenever I face, there's always error. I'm trying to understand error and then fix the error. So I'm just in case, this is also very common error for beginner, So anyhow, I'm gonna come back to the double quotation. Yeah. So basically, we create a dictionary, which is very identical as JSON file. So I'm directly using for loop and using this with this dictionary, and then I value is going to be this key number. Okay, let's say we can actually print it. Print I. Yeah. So I receive like NJ, MJ, DJ, right? Because this is the key of this dictionary, let's say JSON object, right? So with this, let's say ID or key value, we can directly ask value of this object, let's say dictionary. I mean, the reason I'm saying different terms is because based on the different people's domain, they call it sometimes object or dictionary or hash map. Yeah, but yeah, we can call it dictionary for the Python environment. So this is the example how we construct a JSON file or dictionary file. Okay. So really simple. I encourage you guys revisit and then typing. So because of the limited time. So I think I need to jump to our next example. So the CSV grasshopper things, okay?